I married for money, and I regret it. Yes, you heard it right. I regret it. I've never said that out loud before. Not like this. Not where people can hear it and judge me. But maybe I deserve that. Maybe judgment is the smallest thing I deserve. People hear a sentence like that and immediately picture some cool and glamorous woman with a fake lips and with a fake laugh hunting for a rich husband like it's a career path. But that wasn't me. I wasn't hurtless. I was tired. There's a difference. I was tired of checking my bank account before buying groceries. I was tired of pretending $20 could stretch another week. I was just tired of hearing my mother say she wasn't hungry so I could eat the last of whatever we had left. I was tired of acting like struggling Bill's character when really most of the time it's just Bill Fair. You know, when you grew up unstable, security starts to look romantic, right? I mean, that's the part nobody tells you. This is my story. I met Daniel when I was 28. He was older. He was 42, maybe 43. I noticed his calm before I noticed anything else. He moved through the world like nothing could surprise him. Like bills got paid on time, like doors opened when he reached them, like life had edges and he knew where they were. I was at this networking event I couldn't afford to attend. Borrowed dress, cheap heels that were already cutting my feet open, smile glued on my face. I hadn't eaten because I was just trying to save money and also fit into the dress. But he walked over. He introduced himself, and the first thing he said was, "You look uncomfortable. Do you want to sit down?" No flirting, not showing off. Just kind. Then he bought me food. I swear to you, hungry people fall in love differently, or maybe not love, maybe gratitude dressed up as love. We started dating after that. Nice dinners, quiet places, no chaos, no games, no disappearing for 3 days and texting you up at the midnight. He was consistent. If he said 7 o'clock, he arrived at 7 o'clock. If he asked how my day was, he listened to that answer. And yes, he had money. Real money. Not flashy internet money, not branded car money, quiet money. The kind where the watch is expensive but simple. The kind where people call back quickly. The kind where emergencies are inconveniences instead of disaster. By the 5th date, I knew I wasn't in love with him, but by the 8th date, I knew he was serious about me. And by the 10th, I knew exactly what I was doing. That's the ugly part. I can't even lie now and say I was confused. I wasn't confused, I was calculating. I told myself things that sounded wise, like love can grow, stability matters more than chemistry, passion fades anyway. This is what mature people choose. But if I'm honest, those were just prettier ways to say I was scared of being poor forever. And when he proposed, I already knew my answer. He were on his knees and we were at this rooftop restaurant with candles everywhere and a skyline view so beautiful it almost made me feel like the kind of woman who belonged there. He got emotional while asking. I noticed his hands were shaking. Mine were not. I said yes before he finished the sentence. Everyone celebrated me like I won something. My friend said I was lucky. My family acted relieved. My mother cried and said, "You'll never have to struggle again." That sentence did something to me. Never struggle again. I wore that like a wedding dress long before the actual dress arrived. Anyways, The wedding was beautiful. I looked beautiful. We looked perfect in every photo. And I remember standing there, smiling for pictures, thinking, I hope nobody can tell. I feel nothing. Yes, you heard it right. I was feeling nothing at that moment. Anyways, the first year was easy. That's another truth nobody says out loud. Money solves a lot. It really does. Anyone pretending otherwise has probably never needed it badly enough. We traveled, we ate incredible food, we lived in a house so peaceful I used to walk around it just touching surfaces because I couldn't believe they belonged to me too. I sent money home. I fixed things for people I loved. I slept without panic for the first time in my adult life. I mistook relief for happiness. That's different too. Daniel was good to me, and honestly, if he had been cruel, this story would be easier to tell. If he had cheated or screamed or humiliated me, I could paint myself as victim and everyone would not. But he was gentle. He remembered things I mentioned once. He bought my favorite coffee before we ran out. He'd warm my side of the bed in the winter because my feet were always cold. He thanked me for dinners I barely cooked. He trusted me completely. Do you know how horrible it feels to be loved honestly when you enter dishonestly? Every kind thing he did made me feel smaller, very smaller. I started performing. That's the word for it. I performed being a wife. I kissed him goodbye. I hosted dinners. I smiled in photos. I laughed at the right volume. I touched his arm in parties. I said we naturally enough that even I almost believed it. At night, I'd lie next to him and feel like an intruder in my own life. Then I met Leo. And before anyone listening rolls their eyes, no, he wasn't richer, he wasn't safer, he wasn't smarter, but he was alive. And that's what I noticed first. Messy hair, fast talking, restless energy. He looked at me like he was something hidden and wanted to know it. We met in a bookstore cafe, reached for the same book. Stupid cliche. He made me laugh in 10 seconds. I hadn't laughed like that in years. Then we started talking, then meeting, then texting so much. I never slept with him. I know some people think that matters emotionally, and I was already gone. With Leo, I wasn't polished, I wasn't strategic, I wasn't grateful, I was messy. I was curious and awake. I remember there was a version of me that existed before survival became my whole personality. And Daniel noticed before I confessed everything. One night he was sitting at the kitchen island while I pretended to scroll my phone, and he just said very quietly, "Are you unhappy with me?" I still hear that sentence sometimes. Not angry, not accusing, just hurt. And brave enough to ask. I couldn't lie again. God knows I was good at it by then. Instead, I started crying so hard I couldn't breathe. Years of guilt all at once. I told him everything. Not perfectly, not nobly, just in pieces. That I married him because I wanted security, that I thought love would come later, that that he did nothing wrong, that I hated myself. And he listened the whole time. No shouting, no insult, nothing dramatic. When I finished, he asked one question. "Do you ever love me?" I swear that was worse than he had slapped me. Because there was no kind answer. I said, "I wanted to." But he closed his eyes, and I knew in that moment I had broken something decent. Then we divorced 6 months later, quietly. No scandal, no public mess, just lawyers, signatures, silence. He was generous ever then, more generous than I deserved. I almost hated him for that too, because cruelty would have let me feel cleaner. Anyways, Then Leo and I tried to become something real afterward. Of course, we did. That's what people do when they want suffering to mean something, right? It lasted a few months. Turns out excitement and compatibility are not the same thing. He was inconsistent and impulsive, jealous, broke in ways that had nothing to do with money. I hadn't loved him either. I had loved what he represented: escape. Now, I live alone in a small apartment. I pay for myself. Nothing fancy, thin walls, bad lighting in the bathroom. Sometimes I stressed about money again. But when I walk through the door, my body relaxes because it's mine, because nobody in there is loving a lie. Do I miss the wealth? Sometimes. I miss convenience, I miss safety, I miss not calculating every purchase, I miss the softness money can buy. But I do not miss hearing, "I love you," and feeling dread. I do not miss being admired for a life that felt granted. I do not miss kissing kindness with an empty heart. If Daniel ever somehow hears this, I need him to know something. Daniel, you were never the problem. You weren't boring, you weren't old, you weren't lacking. You were just loving someone who chose fear over honesty. And I'm sorry. Really sorry. Would I do it again? No. I'd rather be broke and truthful than comfortable and counterfeit. I'd rather struggle in real life than relax inside a fake one. I married for money and it cost me more than money ever could fix. This was my story. My confession. Finally, today, my heart feels relaxed. Thank you so much.